Have you ever, right now, have you ever watched a sports game, possibly a basketball game, and after a big three, a huge dunk, or a hard foul, you might have seen something called a replay? How many of you have seen this, something called a replay on a sports game? Also, another thing, a highlight reel. Have you seen a highlight reel of a player who's had a really nice game? Raise your hand. Okay. So ever wonder how these things are done? Well, I can tell you, these things are all done through the power of the replay system. Okay, so I've been working for 6 months as a replay operator for UMBC Athletics. I've been working on ESPN Plus broadcasts for the basketball team, for all the home games for men's and women's. So I have a good amount of experience. And with this experience, I should be able to show you how the buttons work on the physical replay system, also how replays are played back and rewinded at proper speeds, and how multiple highlight reels are created with different themes and corresponding with your producer. So, hopefully, with the knowledge I will impart onto you today, you will be able to impress your friends the next time you see a replay or a highlight package during a sports broadcast. Okay, so this is what a replay system looks like, or the physical control. According to the manual, the most important part of this is the job assistant. So when you wind it clockwise, you go forward in time, counterclockwise, backwards in time. Next is the T-bar. So this changes the speed you can play back replays at. If you go all the way down, you're playing it slowly. All the way up, you're playing it fast. Angle, this button, is important for changing angles, obviously. So you press angle plus 1, 2, 3, or 4 to go to angle 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then finally, or not finally, but set in and set out, make flips. That is important for later. And the A and B buttons up here allow you to change outputs, which lets you put multiple different replays on different outputs. So if you want to play 2 different angles, you can do it. So, pretty obviously, the most important job of a replay operator is to play back replays. In order to play back a replay, you must first jog back that jog wheel to the start of the play, and then you use your T-bar so you start at the bottom, and then you go up to the speed you want to play it at. And the speed that you play it at is very important because you want to give the viewer the best possible look, but you don't want to interrupt the flow of the game. So for instance, if there's a 3, but they're immediately inbounding the ball, you can't show a replay because you're going to miss game action. But, I mean, if it's a foul, if it's a hard foul, and was this a technical foul or was it not? Obviously, if the refs are going to review it, you can play back as many as you want and as slow as you want. Something important that people don't know is something called selling. So selling is very important for replay operators. Selling is essentially, this is what my producer taught me, it's essentially when a replay operator calls out the best angles that they see. So a replay operator will get usually 4 angles. So they'll call out an angle to their producer. And this angle will usually have something interesting, maybe a reaction, maybe it's a really good shot. But usually the producer will appreciate that because the producer is the one in charge of the content. Okay. So, in my opinion, the hardest responsibility of being a replay operator is creating packages. So in order to make a package, you must first make a clip. So a clip is basically a 4 to 8 second clip of a play that happens. And something important about clips is that you should name these clips with the action that happened, the name of the name of the player or the jersey number, and also the team. So that goes up here in the clip list. And then once you have all these clips in the clip list, you can, to decide what package you want to make, you can look at trends in the game. So for instance, if a team has a bunch of 3s, you might want to think of making a 3s package, or if a player has 4 dunks, you want to make a dunks package. And this will be, you'll talk with your producer about this. And so when you have a bunch of clips, you can drag and drop them into the clip list. And then another thing is that there's something called front ends. You might have seen this before. It's essentially a graphic with the player name, team name, and number, and you put this before a package of that player. That allows the director to know that, to key them in basically to if a package is on board. Okay. So, in conclusion, I have shown the controls for the hardware of a 3-play, 3P2 replay system. I've shown the proper ways to play back replays at effective rates to make the viewer happy, and how highlight packages are made and kind of the fundamentals that go into the making of highlight package. So, hopefully, if I did a good enough job, you should be able to impress your friends the next time you watch a sports or basketball broadcast. And with the power of a well-operated replay system, every game can be turned into an immersive and narrative-driven experience for the viewer to enjoy to their fullest extent. Thank you.